asking me what's going on in Malaysia, because apparently there's anti-government protests in Malaysia, and they were saying they looked like they were copied and pasted from Hong Kong or from Thailand. And sure enough, if you look, that is exactly what's going on. If you go to Twitter for just 1 minute, they're all using the Twitter official Milk Tea Alliance hashtag. This is a US social media giant promoting this pan-Asian uprising, the Asian version of the US engineered Arab Spring from 2011. And if you look at all of the groups before, Thailand, in Myanmar, in Hong Kong, they were all backed by the US government openly. The US government is funding the core organizations driving these protests. And sure enough, that is exactly what's going on in Malaysia. So what happened in Malaysia was there is this opposition leader, Anwar Ibrahim. He is meant to head the US client regime of choice in Malaysia. And what happened was there was an election and there was kind of like a power sharing accommodation made not that long, like a couple of years ago. And there was kind of a stalemate, a political stalemate, and that government fell apart. And now there's this rush between Malaysia's old guard and this US-backed faction led by Anwar Ibrahim. And in case you don't believe me, I mean, I've been writing about Malaysia for many years. This was one of the more recent articles. This is from 2018, when I was still using the Tony Carnelucci pen name. Washington Post covers up US meddling in Malaysia. While Washington wasn't looking, this is the Washington Post, while Washington wasn't looking, democracy won a major battle over authoritarianism in Malaysia, a Muslim majority nation that just voted out its crooked, illiberal leader and has embarked on a peaceful transition to a new era of hope. The unexpected change has given the Trump administration a chance to reverse a policy of benign neglect toward the region, support democracy, and gain a rare win over China. The United States had little to do with last month's overwhelming election victory by a multiracial, multi-party opposition coalition in Malaysia. The Washington Post just completely and deliberately lies. The U.S. National Endowment for Democracy funds the opposition in Malaysia up one side, down the other. And we have Daniel Twinning here. This was a tweet that he put out. IRI Global, this is the International Republican Institute. It is a subsidiary of the National Endowment for Democracy, has worked to strengthen Malaysian opposition parties since 2002. This is him admitting this. For the first time since 1957, they won and are empowered. Democrats around the world can play a long game, confident that sooner or later